Hello everyone, this is Oxygen. I will try to make some political videos, analytical videos on Ukraine war and just regular politics and such stuff, even gamings maybe, but this will be my first video about discussing the new events, so I'll try my best. Maybe later I will somewhere put my webcam with my face as well, so just to let you know, I'm gonna start. Yesterday, during the Globsec Global Security Conference Forum in Bratislava, Slovakia, Georgian Prime Minister Irakli really blamed the war in Ukraine on NATO enlargement. NATO enlargement, which could have been avoided because Russian State Department or Russian Ministry of Internal Affairs and Foreign Affairs, Sergei Lavrov, and such spokesmen like Zakharova and Peskov were calling it that Ukraine and Georgia must never join NATO, which were signed during 2008 of Bucharest summit.
I think everybody
This for
knows the
example.
reason. I'm not sure I do, and many other reasons. The statements of the Russian government.
Literally quoting the Russian government. The union received a lot of hate from members of Congress, European Parliament, and etc., such as, let's say, Adam Kinzinger, former congressman. Here we have Georgian Dream is not hiding Putinism anymore, and of course it's not. It is really indeed the time to sanction Ivanishvili, another member of Latvia's parliament, who literally in a controversial video he called Russian delegates "Ruski военный корабль, пошли вы нахуй." This is what he said. Then Yuknevichiene and other very important figures of European.
And honestly,
this Politico also wrote this article about NATO aspirant country blames NATO for Russia's war on Ukraine. Yeah, Georgia's constitution literally says that final article says this. The Constitution shall take all measures within the scope of their competence to ensure the full integration of Georgia into the European Union and NATO. Article 78, Chapter 11, final. The article said that claims of Western troops are incurring Russian borders are very key to part Russians President Vladimir Putin's narrative to before ordering all assault on Ukraine on February 22. Announced that it would describe ban on flights between two countries. Russia has abolished visa requirement for Georgian citizens almost 2 weeks ago due to our country, sadly, starting to act very pro-Russian. It refused to join Russian sanctions. It refused to open so-called second front. This is propaganda. This is propaganda, so government would use the pro-Russian electorate in the upcoming elections next year, October. Also, from good news, we have seen that Russian system S400, it is actually like Radar's type for this S400, which costs about $500 million. It is very expensive, but still, it has been destroyed by American HIMARS in the West Kherson region by the Ukrainians, and it is very good. Also, what we have seen from the front line, well, 5 killed and 19 wounded as a result of Karpati missile strike in Luhansk region. It was confirmed by the separatist authorities, as well as the explosions were held in Melitopol, and the S400 complex was destroyed. This is minus $500 million. And other clashes happened near the Russian border. Russians shot down 4 drones, Ukrainian drones, and 1 person was killed during blasts, as well as the Moscow strikes. Putin literally said that it was so-called revengeance, and we will do everything to stop the so-called Nazis. And this is just, everyone knows that Russia is losing the war, and it is not a surprise for anyone. Um, what else we can just talk about? We talked about this, and it is indeed very dangerous for Russia because they know that sooner or later they will lose the war. And yeah, Russia also, Oryx, very popular blogger, also confirmed that 2,000 tanks were visually confirmed lost. 2,000 means destroyed was more than 1,200, damaged and abandoned are more than 200, and land lease to Ukraine were given 500 tanks. Most of the tanks, of course, are all the rusty Soviet-made tanks, but still, it is symbolic that 2,000 tanks were destroyed. I do believe that there are 3,000 tanks were destroyed by the Ukrainian forces and even captured a lot, but this is indeed a very symbolic and good way. So I think this was all it. This was Ox again. Thank you very much.